at my favorite time, my favorite show, whatever by Hektek. I am joined by the sexy Ray. How are you doing today?
Hello, I am fabulous. I had a long, long
I
day.
gotta try not to stuff too comedy like this.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the same way. Like Save the Last Dance. I'm gonna be the
yeah,
whole.
yeah. So this is whatever by Hektek. We're premiering on Opulus Radio every Thursday nights at 8, and then reruns every Tuesday. I get that time. I just looked at it, but yeah, I got my own show. That's kind of dope, kind of fire. I'm joined by someone that I've known for a couple years now. I think we started off Facebook friends, and then
We've been Facebook friends for like probably eight, like 6 to 8 years. I feel like
I think it
because
longer.
I was definitely long ago. I want to say it was when I was at Angels, which was like 10 years ago.
Oh shit!
So that's what I think that's
Yeah,
whenever you and I first clicked up, and then eventually got onto my human page.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah,
Facto.
I think I was at Angels whenever we first became Facebook friends. We never
Yeah.
really spoke or anything, but I
No.
think that just so many mutual friends, you may as well just add each other kind of
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
So yeah.
Angels. That place is not even in existence anymore.
That makes me really sad, actually, because the owners were the general managers. They
Hmm.
were very involved, and
Hmm.
I'm not going to lie, that was like the cleanest club, which is crazy because it's the only
Clean
nude club.
as far as like cleanliness
Cleanliness and, like backroom business.
situations.
Yeah, I mean, they had cameras in all the VIP rooms, so like you
Mm.
never really had to worry about being taken advantage of back there.
Okay.
And yeah, I like none of the girls were doing extra things. So it was a level playing field for all the girls there because there weren't some that didn't do extras and then
Hmm.
others that did extras. It was a level playing field for everybody there, so that was really nice.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
So, what got you into stripping, aka exotic dancing, aka twerking that ass?
so I actually did have like the regular cliche story. I just never really used it to my advantage or whatever. But I had the regular cliche story, like I had a baby young and I had a abusive boyfriend and whatever. But I just heard through the grapevine that this one club was so amazing and these girls were making so much money on stage and I was like, well, maybe I could do it. It was a nightmare for my audition. I'm not gonna lie. Like
How did your
looking
audition
back,
go?
how was my
Yeah,
audition
yeah,
or like so I walked in and I was like, I'm here to see if you guys want to hire me. And they were like, yeah, we can put you on for an audition. And I was like, okay.
yeah. Did you have the church shoes? Because
When
most
I tell you,
girls start
no,
off with the church
no,
shoes.
I did go in there like ready to like look the part. So like I had like a nightclub kind of dress on. I had a
Yeah.
sexy bra, sexy panties, and cute little heels. I look terrible on stage. Like I know. I was up there doing the Tina the
It,
whole time. It was so, I'm not
oh,
kidding. It was so
that would
bad.
have been lit though. If I seen it,
Telling, I'm telling you, I did the whole shebang, the whole
yeah, yeah.
and hit them with the Tina, and they were like, "Yeah, you're hired."
So, so did you know that was? I mean, did you dance before or like?
No, no. So I was 18 and a half.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I had been in clubs before.
Hmm.
I actually had worked at a nightclub when I was 16 and I was a hookah girl. And on my breaks, I would, get in the nightclub and like whatever. But it's so different compared to trying to seduce somebody. Like when you're in a nightclub, you're trying to like get it with your girls,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever. And that's so different compared to being
Sexy, a sex
yeah,
symbol.
like it's just so different when you're trying to seduce somebody and it's really not even all about that. It's really like talking to people. the biggest part of it is talking to people and getting money from them, which I wasn't good at. But luckily, the club that I worked at, they had a VIP hostess,
Yeah.
and she would basically get the tip for you.
Gotcha.
She was the one, if you were sitting down with a guy, she'd walk over. Hey, would you like to take a free tour of the VIP rooms? You get back there, I whip a titty out, and she's like, just give me your credit card. And then she already does everything for it. So I learned from a VIP hostess, and she had worked there for like 12 years.
Okay.
So like she really knew the game already.
Okay.
So I learned from the best of the best. Don't get me wrong, but
do you feel like a lot of girls,
I have no experience,
especially now, lack that whole seduction part of it?
They 100% do. And I'll say I love Florida. Okay, I love Florida. I'm so sorry, ladies. I love you all so much. Florida sucks when it comes to that. So the girls here think that you can just walk up to a guy and be like, "So you want to get a dance?"
Right.
And that's not how it's supposed to be at all. And it's kind of a con almost the way that Arizona does it because they make us the sweet, innocent, we're just trying to flirt. And then the VIP hostess is the one, give me your money. But they still know really how to have a conversation. Let's have a good time. I want you to be happy and I want to make money. But the girls here, they're just like, give me your money now. And it's not.
I remember I walked into this when Elite was around, and I happened to be with someone who was going for a job interview, and me being well versed in the industry, so I sat down at the bar. I ordered me a drink, and this girl who knew me, whatever, came up, and I kid you not, for 5 minutes, asked me if I going to buy her a drink. To the point where I got super pissed. I was like, give her whatever the fuck she wants so she can leave.
And get her away. Yeah,
so
let her drink it over there.
Get her away from me, right?
Yeah.
And it was probably not at that point that I realized clubs are not where it's at anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, a guy is willing to buy you a drink. They're in the strip club. They've already paid $10 to $20 to get in. They paid probably $8 to $10 for a drink anyway.
Yeah.
They don't care. They'll buy you a drink. But they want to know that you're not just trying to get drunk off of his dime. They want a good time also.
100%.
They're not just there to give you money. They're there to have a good time, therefore give you money. And a lot of women don't really understand that in Florida, and it's really sad.
I went out a couple of weekends ago. I think I just got back from New York, actually. And I went into a club, and this girl was gorgeous, I'm not going to lie. And she just started having a conversation with me. Not a conversation like a strip club conversation. She was having a genuine conversation with me. And I was like, what are you drinking? And she's like, da, da, da. I was like, hey, get her whatever she wants, kind of deal. If you're giving me good conversation, I'll at least get you a drink.
Right.
But I hear the thing, too, of, okay, let me ask this question. Because I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions.
Okay.
But this one happens to be in
Where in New York, really quick? Just out of curiosity, where in New York were you?
Where weren't I? I was in the city.
Okay.
So I went to at least 3 different boroughs in a span of fucking 4 days.
I really like the Bronx.
That's where
Times Square is.
That's where I was at most of the time. Was in the Bronx.
Okay. I was just curious about that.
Then I go to Brooklyn.
That club that you went to. So.
Which club?
I'm asking which club you were at.
It was here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I thought you were saying a club in New York.
No. Once I got back from New York.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm okay. I'll buy a girl a drink. Like, I don't care. Most of the things that I'm not going to do is get a dance. I just, for what? So you could grind up on my dick. I'm good. Yeah. Especially with what I do. It's counterproductive.
Yeah.
It's very counterproductive, But you're 100% right. Like, most girls can't dance. Most girls can't seduce a man. Most girls can't even have fucking just basic conversation with a person. I remember when I was a GM at one of the clubs, this girl was struggling. So I role played with her. I was like, I'll be the girl, you be the customer.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to do it that way so that they see from the other side, like, damn, that really does work.
Oh,
Yep.
she got up and left really quick, and I was like, "Where you going?" She's like, "I gotta go change my panties." You know what I mean? So there's a way to be able to do it because, and I used to always tell the girls this: if I could get the same thing I could get at home, what's
Mm-hmm.
the point of me coming here?
Right. Yeah. True. You want to cheers me?
Yeah.
All right. So, what is this question that you had to ask me?
Shit, now I done fucking forgot. I forgot. Damn, it's gone. Oh well.
Well,
So,
yeah.
but I will ask you a bunch of questions. As oh well, here's one question:
Okay.
do you feel the influx of female customers has benefited the strip club or been more of a detriment?
That really depends on the type of female customer. It really does.
Just in general. Just in general.
I would, oh, actual female customers. Females that just want to be at the strip club to enjoy the strip club.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know how else to put this.
There's females that go in there and they are like vultures trying, they're
Trying to get
prostitutes from outside that come in. And they will tell the guy, like, oh yeah, like they're selling dances here for like $150, but I'll take you to my hotel room. That's what I mean.
Oh,
There's different. That's why I say it depends on what type of.
I
So
mean actual girls who come in the
regular
strip
female
club.
customers just. Then I think it's beneficial.
How?
Because if a guy walks into a club and there's even hot women and they're having a great time and they're mingling with the girls, a girl that gets along with other girls, that's a green flag.
Okay.
That's a green flag
Okay.
for sure. So if there's girls in there and they're drinking, they're having a good time, that means it's safe, it's comfortable, and there's bitches.
Okay.
So if I were to walk into a club and I see that there's some attractive women walking around, they're drinking, smacking ass, tipping, whatever, I'm like, all right, this is good because they feel safe here. It's not often that a female feels safe in a club. It's really not very often, especially a strip club. It's
Okay.
just not. So then you know that it's a safe, comfortable kind of environment. And women are judgy as hell. So if a
Until they're
woman's
drunk.
having a good time,
Till they're drunk.
some of them are worse when they're drunk.
Yeah.
Some of them are worse when they're drunk.
Yeah.
So I'm just not a very judgy person. But I know a lot of females are extremely judgy. And if a woman's in there having a good time drinking, mingling with women too, like then these bitches working are about it.
Okay.
They got something going
So
on.
let me play devil's advocate. What if the female customers are like 5 times as pretty as the regular girls?
They're more likely to be judgy to the other women, and if they're not, that's great. So,
But I've seen where the female strippers, because every dude likes what we can't have.
Wants to get real close to them, and like, yeah, I'll tip with you. You want a drink?
100%.
I get that. Yeah,
And so
I do get
then
that. But
the female customers are more of the prey versus the strippers, and the strippers would be like,
well, the strippers better step up that game then. That's all I'm saying. Like, if a fine ass girl comes into the club, I'm not intimidated.
okay.
I am, however, gonna also cuddle up to her because maybe I want to take her. Maybe I want her to take me home. Not gonna lie, like that's happened a couple times where I've seen some like really fine women, and I'm like, "How are you?
Me too.
What can I get for
Me
you
too.
to drink?"
I've done it plenty of times.
It's not often, but I've seen a couple girls in the club where I'm like, "Hey, let me get your number."
So, what would you say, since we're talking about the detriment and the benefits of the club, what would you say is one of the detriments to the
Poor
club?
Management.
Damn, I ain't even finished. What makes a poor manager or management?
Okay, so here for sure, in Florida, I've noticed that unfortunately there are a lot of women that do extras, a lot of women that live in hotels and just hustle a little bit of money for their hotel room and whatever they gotta do that night, and they leave. And I mean, it's very, very often here in Florida, and it's so sad. It's so, so sad.
Yeah.
But I think that managers now have seen that so much at every club around this area that they're like, you know what? That's what everybody does. And that's not good. And they don't see the bigger picture. Also, I think that a lot of management doesn't appreciate the loyalty that a lot of employees do have. There are some employees that have, been there for years and years and years, but a new manager comes in, they don't understand what somebody has put in for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't appreciate that. And then occasionally they don't really appreciate the customers either. If there's a customer that's been coming there for like 12 years and they've always gotten the same thing every Thursday night, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you bump up the prices on him. It's like, but can you just please understand? He's been coming here for 12 years.
Me personally,
do not do that to somebody. There's only a few clubs do that.
I hate regulars. Because regulars are so fucking entitled.
Now, I don't think that they need to be entitled. That might be a little too far.
Okay.
They don't need to be entitled. I don't think that regulars need to be entitled, but when you switch up the rules on them and now all of a sudden their regular $5 vodka is $10, that's excessive. He's been there for 12 years.
Well,
Give him a break.
I mean, we could say the same thing about food and groceries and lights and, shit goes up.
No, see, but that's not a service.
Okay, talk to me.
That's not a service, though. When you go to Winn-Dixie, you're not really getting a service. Somebody's sitting at the cash register. Beep, beep, beep.
So what if
that's different than having a bartender and strippers around.
Well, let's use Uber, for instance, right? That's a service, right?
Okay.
So if you were ordering Uber and for some reason you had the app for Eon, so they never used to charge you a delivery.
What's Eon? What?
Huh?
A what? What's Eon?
What's an Eon? Years. Like.
Oh. Sorry. Go ahead. I thought that was a different Uber service or something that you were saying, and I was like, I've never heard of an Eon.
Wow. So
no, okay, my bad. I thought you were saying a different driving service. Go ahead.
So you've never gotten, a delivery charge or whatever the fuck, right? Now, the terms of service has changed.
That is a national business, though.
What's the difference?
The difference is these strip clubs are just people, mom and pop kind of people.
They got to survive too.
Correct, they do. But what I'm saying is there's some CEO behind a million different people.
There's a lot of strip club owners or strip clubs that's owned by the same owner.
Yes, but there's a couple people to get to the owners. 2 people to get to the owners. If I wanted to get a hold of the owner, the CEO of Uber, it would be a nightmare. 100%. I have the cell phone number of most owners. That's totally different.
So because of the close in proximity, they're not allowed to raise their rates?
It's not that they're allowed. They're obviously allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They have the right to up their prices, put whatever, policies and procedures in place. They have the right to, and I don't want to, squash their ability to do that. It's just that management does have certain. Here's the thing. Okay, so there's a manager tab, a comp tab that you can have, right? Yeah. Okay, and if the manager. We use the manager's tab. That's really. We just also have the ability to give away a few drinks if we want to on the manager's tab.
Right.
However, the manager tab that can go up to $200. Mm-hmm. But this regular can't get half off drinks for his 3 drinks every Thursday like he has for the last 15 years. That's ridiculous. Literally, and I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah.
This guy was going there since 1997.
Okay.
1997.
He might need to get another hobby.
Nah,
I don't know. Like
nah.
I feel
Big Jim deserves his spot. I'm gonna
I
just
feel,
put it out there.
I feel that okay, could someone have been like, all right, because you've been coming here for so long, your grandfather did. Yes. However,
Now there's only a few people. There's only a few people.
that
I think
our
that's
grandfather did.
okay. So they have a button on the register named after them. In the specials, they have a button, and they were trying to take away the button. I don't think that's fair. I'm just saying, after so long,
but let me ask you this, because I like to play devil's advocate. So you are a new manager.
Okay.
You've heard from the owners that they want an increase of, let's say, 25%, right, at the bar.
Okay.
Which is doable.
I was going to say, the cost of living has definitely, so yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So 25%. They want an increase of 25%.
Okay.
The manager goes through the books, sees what's what, sees how much inventory is going out, what's the profit ratio, all that. And he decides, in order to make this 25% that the owner is now giving him or told him he needs an increase, all regulars, regardless of how long they've been coming there, not coming there, whatever the case may be, this is what's putting a bleeding hole in us being able to make 25%.
Okay.
Do you, as the manager, say, he's been coming here since 1996? Or do you be like, shit, I need to make that 25%? Now, mind you, I left out a key component of this. Once you make the 25% and are consecutive with it, you get a bonus. And you got 5 kids.
Okay. I got 5 kids.
You got 5 kids. You got 5 kids. You got 5 kids. So you got to support you and your 5 kids.
Okay.
And the bonus is, let's say, $2,500.
Okay.
Do you say, you know what? I don't need that $2,500. That regular stays, or the regular price of the regular is what it is. What do you do?
Okay, so number one, if I were manager, I think I would still leave. There's, let's say there's a handful.
What's a handful?
5, a handful.
So 5.
There's 5 regulars.
I just wanted you to say a clear number.
Yeah, let's say there's 5 regulars. Okay.
Okay.
And specifically this one regular, he comes a couple times a week.
Okay.
He is still buying at a price that is profitable for the bar compared to what we buy our tequila at. It's still profitable. Okay. It's still another car in the parking lot. It's still extra money for these girls on the stage.
Okay.
And he still has girls that come in for him.
Okay.
Same as these other 4.
So now
there's like a handful.
So now does this one
is the
get rooms?
So this one does not get rooms.
Okay.
The other ones, however, they spend on stage, they spend money at the bar. They don't always get the 3 for $20 deals. There's really only the one that gets the super cheap, great deal because he's been coming there since 1997. But I like regulars.
Okay.
Because those regulars, usually there's girls that will fill the club because of that. It's still another car in the lot. They're going to call up their homies. Their homies don't get the deal. We're close. You get the deal. Your homies don't get the deal, so you better not tell them what your fucking tab is, or
Okay.
you don't get the fucking deal anymore. But all their homies come through.
Okay.
That's I if I'm a manager, like 110 fucking percent. That club would be popping. There ain't no doubt in my fucking mind.
So
the club would be popping.
One is definitely different.
But I do think that it would still be beneficial.
One is different than 20 or 30.
No, okay. I'm not talking 30 regulars. There's one that gets a super sweet deal for his 1997 prices of Jose Cuervo Silver double.
Okay.
Everybody else,
Pays
3 for
regular.
20. There's like 4 or 5 other people that get 3 for 20. It's really that one, and I know that's dumb. I know that one dude, it doesn't fucking matter. It's one fucking guy, and no, he doesn't get backrooms. But that one guy has been sitting in the same fucking spot since 1997. Can you just show him a little fucking respect?
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Okay. And then the other regulars that have been coming there, they were there for the COVID shutdown, helping us put together food drives and diapers and wipes, helping me paint. I painted that club 3 times now. Okay. And he was there helping me paint and stuff. So little things like that, like you should show a little appreciation. They always get iced when there's no bar back. Mm-hmm. They go set up a playlist when the DJ's late. Mm-hmm. Come on. And you're going to go screw them. Why? Okay. Why? A 3 for 20 is not bad for Jack Daniels. It's not bad. It's really not. I know what they paid. And I was comparing all the prices back then. You know what I mean? If they want to increase their prices by 25% and I need to put in work to promote for whatever, I'm going to promote it for whatever I got it. I'm going to get them in there. Don't fret. Okay. People will be there. And your sales will be up. And your bartenders will be kick ass. But
we all know that most bottles are fucking increase of like 200%.
Wait, what?
Most bottles.
What's most bottles?
Most bottles.
Oh, most bottles. Yeah, for sure.
We know. Yeah. Right? So you would forgo your 25,000 now. Or 2,500.
2,500. I would not forego it. I would work harder in other areas to make sure I get it. Okay. I'd get it. I'd get the 2,500. I just am not gonna screw over Joe Schmo in the corner with his shaky hands with his cigarette. This poor guy, like, let him see his thongs every once in a while. You know, I'm not going to screw over the, you know, and this is different for other clubs. Other clubs might have a few, you know, they might have 3 or 4 at different clubs that have been coming there forever and whatever. But as long as it's not excessive, if it's excessive, that's different. But most clubs I've only seen, there's 1 or 2 regulars that come there all the time for the same super cheap deal. That's not killing you. As long as you're still profiting off of that drink, that's not what's killing you. Right. What's killing you is the quality of girls and the quality of bartenders. Because they're either there to drink or they're there to see some titties. Okay. So you need quality titties. And quality titties needs intelligence and humility.
So you bring up one of my biggest pet peeves. And then after this, we go on a break.
Okay. What's the pet peeve?
Bartenders. Well, let me say it correctly. My bad. Strippers turn bartenders.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, well, that's me. So, but it's hard because I was one. I was a stripper for quite a long time before I turned bartender. The reason why I turned bartender, though, is because it was very hard to compete with the girls here that were doing all the extra stuff. And I don't do any extra stuff. So I was not making any money. And I just totally lied. And I was like, yeah, I've bartended before. Put me back there. And it was a nightmare the first few shifts. But I got the hang of it, and I was way happier behind the bar than I ever was. I love being on stage. Don't get me wrong. The stage, it's exhilarating. But I'd way rather be behind the bar than any of the other jazz.
But probably when you got in it wasn't as common either.
I don't know. This was probably, what year is it? 2023. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's been like 9 years now. So maybe 9 years ago it was a little different, almost a
Yeah,
decade ago.
yeah.
But
Now
I
it's
do
like,
know a couple of, I mean, I know a handful of females that stripper turned bartender, and I think that they just wanted to be behind there because you're more wanted almost. It's like you're the untouchable and
mm-hmm,
everybody else is tainted. I want her because
mm-hmm.
nobody can have her.
Right, right, right.
And they were taking advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why they turned bartender. But it's terrible because they're behind the bar and then they're on stage and then they're behind the bar and then they're in the back
Back
room.
room.
And I'm not going to lie, I've done that before where I was bartending and I went in the back room, but I asked the manager first,
Mm-hmm.
listen, I'll pay you $200 to go back there for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Because I was getting paid $1,000
yeah,
for 15 minutes.
yeah,
And I tried not to because I was like, you're not going to have a good time with me, buddy.
yeah.
But he, you are more wanted, I feel like, behind the bar. So he was willing to pay. And I asked the manager, I'll pay you $200
Mm-hmm.
to be behind the bar for 15 minutes. And lo and behold, it was 10 minutes because he was bored. It's not that I'm a great dancer. Don't get me wrong. I'm a great dancer, but it's just,
So,
I'm not doing anything extra.
so,
He was like, let's go.
so
So
what
it
I,
does suck.
so what I found out, and this is why I don't like them as
Yeah.
much.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them have a horrible attitude as
Yes.
a dancer.
Yeah.
Then they have an even worse attitude behind the
Behind the
bar.
bar. And your bartender is
Pick a struggle.
yeah. The bartender is supposed to be the friendliest person.
The facilitator.
That is the one that like is supposed to hook you up with the best girl. What are you looking for? I know these girls.
Between them and the floor manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're supposed to facilitate.
Right.
They're calling the audibles. They're getting people in and out, moving.
Exactly.
You know, when I ran a club, my biggest thing was make sure I had a pretty door girl and make sure my bartender was on point because those are the first two people a guy sees.
You can have a hideous bartender and she'll keep people there. It'll happen. As long as you have the personality, you have to have the personality. You have to be very positive, outgoing, and engaging to be a strip club bartender. And most of the girls that were dancers turned bartender, they are more
trash.
Focused and they're
more focused on their customers.
Yeah, the favorite thing is, well, I'm not supposed to, but if you pay me double, they'll let me. Mm-hmm. And most clubs do that, but you're not supposed to just turn into a bartender in order to get the double pay.
And I've seen where girls are like, bitch, you beg for this job. Stay your ass back there. Yep. We got to go make this money.
Yep.
So
that's a big problem. That's a big, big problem. And I know a couple of girls that when there's only been a handful of times, maybe 3 or 4, where I've been to the back, but I charge $1,000 for 15 minutes and I'm not giving you anything on purpose. Mm-hmm. Because then usually they're like, that's too fucking expensive. And they walk up, okay, have fun. Like, I'll find you somebody else for way cheaper. Right. So I've tried to, avoid it. But I mean, yeah, it sucks. A lot of girls do take advantage of the bartender position when they turn from stripper to bartender.
Especially in the daytime. So on that, we are going to take a little break. We're going to play some hits. This is Whatever by Hektek on Oculus Radio every Thursday nights at 8 p.m. I have the lovely Ray with me. This is dope. I like this. Might do more live shows. Who knows? Whatever. But yeah, we're back. We're back at this wonderful show that's about whatever. What better show than a show about whatever? So we could go any which way that we want to go.
All the stuff and things.
I'm joined here by the sexy Ray, who's very she's an onion. She has layers, So,
wait, does this need to be on?
It's on.
Oh.
It's on. So yeah. So my next question to you. Why, when a man shows emotion, he's soft?
I'm the wrong person to ask because I don't see it that way, actually. So I think that men are slowly conditioned by society
Mm-hmm.
to be the rock and untouched and strong all the time. And that just happens, obviously, because society is so influential, I
Mm-hmm.
guess I could say. I don't think that a man being vulnerable or emotional is a sign of being soft. Instead, I think that a man being vulnerable and emotional is really strong because society teaches you not to be, and you're so confident within yourself that you can feel your emotions, you can feel vulnerable. And it's especially special when you can do that with a woman.
Okay.
Because if you are vulnerable and emotional and open and honest with a woman, then it makes us feel so much better because we're like, you are so comfortable with me and you trust me so much that you feel like you can break the societal boundaries and be vulnerable with me and
Okay.
emotional with me. So I don't see it as being soft in any way, shape, or form. I think that some women might see it that way because now women are being conditioned to be that way. And I think it's ridiculous,
So
but I think that women are being conditioned to be that way because society and social media is the fucking this is social media is the worst.
yeah.
But there's a lot of things in the world telling women like, fuck that, you don't need nobody, you could do this on your own, you don't need no man. We know we don't need a man. We know that. And a man doesn't need a woman either. Okay, cool. So moving on,
Yeah.
everybody wants somebody or somebodies to be with. And I think there should be somebody or somebodies in this world that you can feel vulnerable and open and honest and emotional with. So when a man's emotional or vulnerable,
Mhm.
it's a turn on to me because I'm like, oh, you trust me?
Yeah.
And I don't think it's soft at all because men do go through a lot, and a lot of it they don't even realize that they're going through it because it's just kind of ingrained in their life because of society. You know,
Yeah. Um. So a lot of women get attracted because I have a strong personality or strong demeanor or whatever.
hmm
But when I do say, okay, well, you're a partner of mine or whatever the case is, let me go ahead and lower down some of the guards and be like, they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to handle the softness that I'm allowing them to
to
get.
see, yeah,
Yeah. So a lot of times it don't work
because you
out. I feel
are
that way.
vulnerable with
I
them.
feel that way. Yeah,
I don't even what
yeah,
I don't even know what to say because yeah, I feel like I love like a rugged man,
yeah, yeah. Oh,
I
I get
love that.
rugged.
But
Like when I'm out in the streets, 100%. Like yo, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing this. Woo woo woo.
yeah,
But I feel like when I come home or I'm with a partner, I'm supposed to be like, hey,
cuddled up.
100%,
Yes,
100%,
yes, yes. That's
hundred
um.
percent.
I don't know who you're messing with, but 100%. I think that men being vulnerable, if you see a man's vulnerability and he pours his emotions to you, he trusts you and he's comfortable with you. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah. Well, I
I
think
think that
too. You know,
that's
when us men do show emotions, at first it could be because like you said, we're not conditioned to show that.
yeah.
So it's a lot at first, but
hmm
then it's almost like when you get on the medicine. When you get on medicine, you have to take the medicine for so long before it starts to regulate, and
Right.
then you kind of even out, right?
Right. Yeah.
Um. So nah, just in my my everyday life, I feel
It's
like
not soft. He's not a soft ass dude. He's just opening up to you,
yeah.
which is it's terrible because I feel like most men don't feel comfortable enough or trust women enough to do that. So if they do, they've already been through like 5 bitches that they didn't fucking feel comfortable or, whatever. And now they feel comfortable with you. And if you look at him like, damn, you soft as fuck, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I think that's crazy.
Trust me.
The guy that I've been talking to for like it's been like 2.5 years ish. It took him a little while. And I feel like he thought the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just can't be comfortable with somebody enough to like really open up and say the things. And that's crazy. That's crazy to me because if you're seeing somebody for like past 2 months, like you'll know if you're comfortable or trust them enough.
My shit don't last a month.
What?
What? I'm gonna tell you, my situations last year.
Wait, your situationships?
Yeah, last years.
I feel like his probably last.
But my like when I'm trying to do a relationship, month and a half, tops.
I'm not gonna lie. The guy that I'm seeing, it's a situationship. It's an open ended book.
Yeah.
It's a situationship. We're not anything official, but I still feel like after a few months in a situationship, do you open up at all? Like,
Nah.
Oh no,
because you're a situational shit. Like so.
I know, but
let me explain mine. You can.
But at that point, do you at all feel comfortable enough?
No. I'm gonna tell you why though.
But you and I have a very different kind of sex life. I feel like because I'm a sapiosexual and
I'm just a sexual.
am also very. I'm a sapiosexual, so like I'm very picky. Even though I'm like experienced, I'm really not experienced.
So let me explain to you my situationships, how I.
All right, yeah.
How we move.
Yeah, check it down for me.
So when we're around each other, we go together.
Okay, yes.
When we're not around each other, I don't give a fuck what you got going.
That's my friend. That's my homegirl.
Cousin, whatever. What people
Cousin?
Well, you know how people.
Do you lie?
No.
That's my homegirl.
I say that's. No, I'll tell people. That's my situation. Oh. I'll tell people. Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Okay. So. So. We see each other in passing. If we happen to be in the same spot, same time, same universe, hey, come here. You know what time it is.
Yeah. We're here.
Yeah. But when we're not, I'll hit you up once in a blue moon to see how you're doing. But
okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. No. I get. Okay. All right.
And they're not. To me, they're not fun.
And everybody's on the same page. You and her are on the same page.
Everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah.
I tell people. Listen, I think even from my Facebook posts, I don't even allow a lot of my personality to be on there because a lot of people couldn't handle it. But I'm 100% honest.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is what I do. This is what I got going on.
Yeah.
Like, even like the last relationship
I was wondering actually because it's been a couple of years. What about the girl that you were kind of somewhat seeing a little bit?
Who?
When we had the podcast with Ginger.
I don't even remember.
I remember. All right.
Oh, the one that spit in my mouth and I spit in hers?
I don't know. She was fine as hell, though. You showed me a picture on the podcast when Ginger and I had that podcast.
She had a lot of tattoos. I don't know. Describe her.
I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember thinking, damn, she got a little fine.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like a mixed girl. I want to say tattoos galore.
Oh, sorry.
No, it was empty. I got it. It's fine.
Hold on.
But
Let me see. If
I want to say it was a lot of tattoos, light skinned girl. She was.
Let me see if
Boing.
let me see if this is the girl. Let me go to IG. So, but
anyway, yeah, okay. So you have some situationships. Do you have multiple at the same time? Is what I'm assuming.
Right now, I'm down to 0. I got rid of all my hoes. I got to start my
Okay,
whole
but
squad
usually you juggle a few, and it's only whenever you are. No, but
no,
no.
really? I don't know that.
How do I know that name? I know that name.
Yeah,
I know that name. I know her somehow. I don't know her personally,
yeah.
but I've definitely seen her before. I don't know. I might have her on my Instagram. No, not her though. She was thicker than that, and maybe a little darker.
She was thicker and darker.
Yeah, she was maybe a little darker and a little thicker than that. But she's fine.
Then I don't know.
Tell her I said hey.
Yeah. I
don't know.
I
Never mind.
But
okay, so yeah, break it down for me though. So, do you have multiple situationships? Not right now.
Okay.
Usually, do you
Sometimes.
do you have a couple situationships and you're weighing them out?
Weighing them out? No. So how I am, right? How I meet you is kind of where you stay. So if I meet you and I was like, okay, you're a situation, you're always going to be a situation. Now, could I have feelings for my situations? 100%.
Yeah.
I
feel like it's hard and that's a big misconception, I feel like. A lot of guys date multiple women and think, oh, he don't give a fuck about love. I think that there's definitely feelings there.
What do you think is like date? What do you consider dating?
I don't know.
So
do you?
I don't date.
What do you mean? You don't take anybody to dinner?
Once in a blue moon.
Do you take anybody to lunch, brunch, drinks, the club? Do you invite anybody on your outgoings?
I think at that point we go together.
I love that you say you go together because that's very old fashioned.
We go together.
We go together.
So if I
we're courting.
So if I take you to a club, in my mind we are together. We're not situations.
So you don't take them.
Situations?
Yes.
No.
I need a breakdown of the titles. I need a breakdown of the titles, I guess.
There's only 2.
Okay.
Situational ship?
And where do you see them at?
What do you mean?
Where do you see them at? Do you just invite them over to your home? You invite them to the hotel when you're out and about? Like you.
So
you're a little different because you probably be at some events. You know what I'm saying?
100%. So when I see them at an event,
hey, we together. Come here. Get over here. Yeah. You stand here.
Yeah.
I love that. I really do. I love that. I like that dominant kind of. I had an argument actually with the guy that I am talking to about dominance and submission.
Okay. What's the argument?
And he just thinks that submission means like I own you. No.
Even dominance don't mean, hey, bitch, get over here and get on the floor.
Right. Yeah. And I tried to explain the whole like, the right man will just instill submission into a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I don't own you. What the fuck do you mean?
Even for me, right? Even a lot of dominant women, naturally dominant women around me get submissive.
So I'm only dominant when I'm with another woman. If I'm with another woman, like, then I am that, like, terrifying, like, get over, like, scorpion kind of shit. But when it comes to a man, though, I want to be your feminine submissive.
Energy. You want to be in your feminine energy.
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. I want to feel like I don't have to worry about anything. And I do feel that with this guy. And I was trying to explain it to him, and he was like, I don't own you. What do you mean? I'm not trying to own you. And I'm like, I don't even know how to explain this thing.
So the problem with those type of situations is it's hard to make that work into a DS situation.
But he already is. So we're not talking sexual, by the way. I'm just talking about like regular everyday vibes.
Yeah.
He already does it. And I'm just because he's very much the type of person to be like, put on jeans and a helmet, we're taking the bike.
So this is not a situation.
So what?
This is not the situation?
I'm gonna call it a situation because I don't know what else to call it.
This is a 2-year thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I know. It's so
yeah, a situation to me can't dictate anything to me.
What do you mean?
They don't dictate anything to me. Like I do.
Well, don't get me wrong. Yeah. He does his thing, and his thing is thingin'.
Yeah.
But me doing my thing is so he has businesses in California.
You told me that. This is the same. No, this is years. Okay,
I told you.
Okay.
So he has things going on in California. So he's out there, a few months, comes back, and then he goes for a couple months, comes back, whatever. But stop. I know. I'm totally in love with him, so I can't do anything about it. But
so at that point, it's not really a situation for you.
It's not for me. I know. It's rough. It's so stupid, right? Yeah, we didn't. There was a good break for a few months, where we didn't talk, and I tried so hard to just like, fuck it, I can just do my own thing. Fuck no,
so what is it about you about him that keeps like boomeranging you back?
The feeling that I have when he looks at me, I haven't had before ever. And I know this sounds so simplistic and like nothing, but he used to take pictures of me when I wasn't looking or when I'm sleeping, and then he sends them to me and like, look how beautiful you look. And
those are my months. Those are my months. They never last. That's why I'm not taking not damn picture of another bitch.
He said, I will never take another picture of no bitch.
We are not taking pictures in a event together. We're not taking pictures of me waking up with you next to me. We're not doing that.
I spent 8 years with a man that would not smile in a picture with me.
Oh, I don't smile.
But then, hold on. But then when I was with him and I was like, take a picture with me, and he smiled every time. That, I know that sounds so dumb, but that was a lot.
Drink mine.
Yeah, it was a lot for me. Being with a guy that I constantly tried to keep happy, and he makes me feel like I make him happy.
But why?
And that makes me feel good.
Why aren't y'all together? Like officially?
Because he wants to be with some other people here and there.
And you're okay with that?
Because we're not together.
So if y'all were together, you wouldn't be okay with it?
Right.
Why? What's the difference?
Because I need to be there. That's not fair.
With them?
Yeah.
So do that.
I am not going to be there.
Oh.
That's the thing. That's the thing. He's like, no, she knows about you, though. And I'm like, so why can't you just, like, hold off?
Oh, wait. Is there another permanent situation?
There's another situationship, but it's tied into business. And you're not going to put a label on me and make me look dumb. We cool the way it is. Gotcha. You want to keep doing you do you, and I'm going to do me.
Gotcha.
Just, I'm the only one doing me, and that sucks.
So, What if another man? Let me ask you this,
Okay.
because this is very intriguing to me. What if another man comes to you and be like, "Hey, I've seen you around the way.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could do some things.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be my queen and uplift you to your position." What would you say? Because you have this situation. See, situations don't dictate to me the
Yeah.
relationships.
Right.
Relationships dictate the situations.
So, as of right, okay, so as of right now, I'm so in love with him that it's stupid. But I know that if the right person were to just pop in out of nowhere and boom, it's chemistry, and my sapiosexual meter is off the
Metering.
Richter. Like I'm not completely closed off,
Yeah.
but I'm
Damn.
85% closed off because
So that wouldn't be
I'm crazy about
fair
him.
to the new guy. Like, hey, I
Not
want
at
you to
all.
be my queen.
Not at all. It would not at all be fair.
So, Jesus Christ. Okay.
That's what pisses me off is like you're out
pisses
there
me off, too.
doing your thing
And you're saving
and
your
I'm
virginity
just
from.
I do have a 15-year-old. I'm
Yeah.
not a virgin.
I mean,
but
I get that, but still. But what I'm saying is,
it does.
a dude could
It
come
pisses
to
me off too because I tried.
a
I
dude could
did.
come to you and be like, "Nah, hey, I want us."
Don't get me wrong. I tried because there was a 3 or 4 month period where we were done. It was Valentine's Day, and it was a rough few months. But those few months, within there, I tried to branch out
What's
a little
branching
bit.
out? To more white boys?
No.
Okay.
No. Anyway, I branched out.
Okay.
So I branched out. I was like, you know what? Let's just see, because like that's my homie, and like he's been my homie for a long time, and I know him. I know his boys. Like I've known him for 3 years. He's been trying to holler at me, drunk as shit, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna try to dip our toes. I dipped my toes. I dipped my leg.
And how was it?
And unfortunately, I'm so sorry, but I could not get him out of my mind though.
That's fucked up.
I could not. I tried because I had someone else in my ear. Come on, girl, just do it. Girl, you got this. Come on.
Yeah.
And I did. I was like, fuck it, you're right. Come on. No. Could not get him out of my mind. It was not. It was so good. So good.
And you left him.
But
like
the whole time though, every time I was thinking about somebody else.
So
that's not fair.
I'll let you know something that happened to me a couple months ago.
All right.
Me and this girl, she hits me up. She wants to do what I do. I'm like, cool. I've seen you around the way. Well, so we start talking. When I tell you, for a solid month, we don't have no arguments. Everything's Gucci. When we sleep together, I wrap her in my arms. It's like she fits.
Yeah.
We have sex one night. We're out. I was like, yo, come with me. I'm about to go run the streets. Come with me. We run the streets. After we do what, we go to the crib. We fuck for 2 hours. We fuck so good. I fall asleep. I think she falls asleep, but we're still fucking. For real, for real. A month passed, and I ain't getting the same energy no more. So I'm like, yo, what's you good? She's like, well, I want to be the best woman I could be for you. I feel like I need to work on myself. I'm like, baby, but we could work together. We've been riding for a whole month, solid. We could do this shit together. You don't have to do it by yourself. We could do it together. So we stopped talking. See her a couple weeks ago with the same loser she was with before I got in the picture. Mind you, the same loser is in jail, don't got a job, ain't helping her out, don't got a car. Straight bum. Versus me, got my own place, got my own car, make my own money.
Yeah.
When we go out, I'm like, don't worry about it, I got it. She only paid one time, and we went. She was at work, and she's like, let's do a lunch. And I was like, bet. That's the only time she'd ever paid.
Yeah.
So explain that. You know what I mean? So
it happens.
it does.
It's the time.
100%.
I think time has a lot to do with it. And I think that's what's it's not the only thing that's keeping it's not the only thing. I trust him so much. Listen, when I was growing up in Arizona, everybody was doing ecstasy, mushrooms, acid, like angel dust, you name it. They were all meth, heroin. Obviously, I would never. Maybe not. Obviously, you guys don't know me, but I'm not doing no meth. I'm not doing no heroin. We ain't going that far. Yeah. Heroin is not my friend.
Yeah.
But I refused to do so many things when I was younger. And this guy is the first guy that I was like, all right, I'll do shrooms. We'll see. It was so dumb though. We just ended up crying together. Like it was not even But
so why leave the good
I think
dude
it's the
for clearly 2.5 years, right? In 2.5 years, if y'all aren't together, it's almost like it's never gonna happen.
Probably not.
You know what I mean?
I know. I am a hopeless romantic, and I feel like experiences are everything. And during that 3-month period where him and I didn't really talk very much, all I did was miss him. So I just know that I would have a better time being with him in his world, doing his thing, than I would in my own having him to myself, which is so dumb and I can't.
So let me ask you this: will you ever give another dude a genuine shot, like a real, you'd be like, you know what? Let's see what this goes, and let's do our thing. Or will you always have that reservation where you're like, I'll give you a little bit because this dude got 80% of me?
So he has more than 80% of me, but I guess I wouldn't 100% shut down somebody. It just would have to be such a monumental impression,
which is crazy because
and I know that's dumb because a guy shouldn't have to put on a show for every I know that sounds crazy, but deep down, I know that my heart belongs to him.
Shit.
I know. Ew.
But yeah, no.
But I know that my heart belongs to him, and it would just have to be such an amazing connection that it trumps the last 2.5 years that I have with him.
Okay.
Which sucks.
Let me ask you this. And I'll lead into my little argument. Do you remember the first time you ever orgasmed?
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
And you remember how, like, holy fuck, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, has there ever been an orgasm after that trumped that one?
Yes.
There has?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is rare,
Yes.
right? Because
only because I basically was like in it for myself, and he was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?"
Well, the reason I say this is because I remember my first one.
Okay.
And I shook.
That's different for men. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know we come and we orgasm and we squirt, and they're all different things.
100%.
Okay. All right. As long as you understand, there's different.
Trust me, I think I know.
I'm just making.
But I'm saying, based on my first time ejaculating, I've never been able to get another like that. And and the reason I'm saying that is because the first time I came, I
Are you putting aside the fact that like you were just in shock? Are you putting aside that fact?
I'm putting all that into the same bubble. I remember it happened by accident. Okay. I wasn't even jerking off.
Okay. Okay.
So
okay.
All right. So embarrassing moment. What I did was my dick was like stuck between my legs, and somehow the friction or whatever the fuck made me come. And I remember
you were a simple man back then.
I remember my eyes twitching. One of them shut. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Right?
All right.
Never ever have I ever had something as close to that. But I've been chasing it, right? Because it's almost like when people say they first did cracker. Well, whatever. That's the wrong fucking example.
Jesus.
But something that was so euphoric that you just never was able to get it back.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm saying is, to your point, it's going to be hard because you have this image of dude in your head and how dude makes you feel. It's going to be hard for another dude to be able to make you see him in more of a light.
You're right.
Unfortunately.
You're right. You're right.
Because even like...
Because after 2.5 years, there's so many little experience. You can't fit that into a 10-minute conversation. Let me take you to dinner. You're right.
And Busta Rhymes said it best. The best pussy is the one not obtained. And the reason being is because, have you ever like mind fucked someone or like looked at someone and like, the sex would be so whatever. And you're imagining what the sex would be like. And then you actually get it and you're like, I did all this for this? Like, it was such a disappointment because you gassed yourself up so much that now you have this pedestal of where you feel this sex should be.
Right.
And because it didn't meet this expectation, now it's a dud. But it can still be great sex, but in your mind, because you put it up here and it might have been here, it's not great. So any dude that, unfortunately, that comes after dude, is not going to hit that until you realize that the time that you have vested and where you at in life and how you're going does not add up. 2.5 years, y'all should be together. I'm sorry.
I agree.
If you're
but
a situation,
I also sympathize with his background, and I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna just shut the.
All right. On that note, we're gonna take another break.
I do say.
What?
He was in prison for a long fucking time.
All right, we're taking a break. What?
Cheers me.
So you're like, oh, because he had making up for lost time?
No, not making up for lost. There's so much more into that.
I'm sure.
There's so much. When you're in a metal box, and I've been in a metal box, not in prison, because I've heard that they're a little bougier there, but I have not been in prison.
Depends if you go to the feds.
Oh, we're not talking about... Feds is bougie as fuck.
Yeah.
Feds is bougie as fuck.
Yeah.
No, Feds is bougie as hell.
So, and this is the common thing with a lot of women, right? Y'all equate your journey with time and what y'all feel a person sacrificed and all this versus tangible facts.
That's not true. What do you mean?
I'm not saying dude might not care about you, but
no, I
case
know.
in point.
I know he loves me. Hold on. So I know he loves me. I know he cares about me.
Mm-hmm.
I know he puts me somewhere on that priority spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
But because of his lifestyle and his background, he cannot put them together. Yeah, but
Cool.
I think that he's selfish. He's a little selfish, to be honest. That's what it is. So there you go, Rico. You're a little selfish. But I do understand a lot of his thinking process. I understand a lot of his undertones in all of that. I do. When you are in prison, and the only reason why I know this is because I work at a law firm. I talk to a lot of people in fucking prison.
Okay.
When you are in prison, you really understand who's there and who's not. And there's way more not
100%
than there.
100%.
And you lose a lot of hope and humility. So when you're in prison for 14 years, let's say.
Okay. So someone's really,
a lot of people.
So someone's really fucking down for you. Really down.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, I don't know about that.
What?
Like I would say you're really down for going, right?
I am.
So
yes.
So why wouldn't someone who realizes someone's really down for them be like, you know what?
Because he doesn't know that. How would he know that?
How wouldn't he know that?
Because everybody says that when you're not in.
I'm sure.
Everybody says that when you're not in.
But I'm sure if you showed him actions. There's a difference between someone talking about.
Okay, I've shown him actions, but my actions were, hey, come over. And I'm there. Boom, bet. I'm here. I'm here with chicken and shrimp and Cajun Alfredo. It's different when you say, I need money on my commissary. I'm not seeing him. I'm not getting no dick. You ain't scratching my back. You're not playing with my hair. You're not kissing on me. You're not scrubbing my back. But you want me to put money on your books. So that's totally different because right now he knows I'm there. But realistically, he doesn't know that I'd be there even if
He was in a
he were behind
situation.
bars. You have to see it from some. I'm telling. I know. I know. There's a, when somebody has been to prison, that's really when you find out who's there for you.
100%.
Okay, so when you're out of prison and somebody's like, yeah, of course I'll swing by with some beers. Of course I'll swing by and bring some fucking
So,
Chinese food, whatever. But when you're in prison, they get no enjoyment out of that.
so
So
you're
then there's
saying,
nothing benefiting the other person.
so you're saying because you've never seen him struggle, or you've never been with him while he struggled, he
He
doesn't
doesn't know
truly
that I would
know.
be there if he did. He doesn't know that.
I mean, that's like me saying, "Hey,
And I
so and
would never
so."
tell him this, but I would literally pay for my boss to represent him if he ever got into any shit. But he's not gonna get into any shit. But I'm just saying, like as of, I would do that shit
This is
myself.
so confusing to me
Have
because
you ever been to prison?
no, I
Have you
mean,
ever been to jail?
yes,
Okay. When you're in jail, how long were you there? The longest.
the
Tell me the
longest
longest.
5 days.
Okay. So I've been in there for a couple weeks as a juvenile and as an adult. That
Okay,
shit, fuck, I'm.
no, I get it. The 4 days I was in, the 4 full days I was there, I
It's
was like,
terrible.
"Yo, get me out,
Get me the. Yeah.
out
Literally.
now, out." I don't care.
Yeah.
Listen, who gotta sell pussy? I don't give a
I
fuck.
know,
Get me
literally.
out,
That's me too.
out.
Give me the finest CO right now. Tell her to bend over.
No.
I'm fucking ready.
No, so I get it. I get what
Yeah.
you're saying. I
All
get
right.
it because
So
I had a situation where I called someone that should have gave a fuck about my situation, and they told me pay it, and I was like, fuck yourself.
I'm going to explain something and I'm going to keep all names confidential, obviously, because of my job. But 19 years old, whole gang, a whole gang.
Rico?
I'm talking 12. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Put that all the way.
No, not him.
Okay.
I'm saying a Rico charge.
No, no,
Okay.
no, not a RICO charge.
Okay.
But we represent somebody.
Mm-hmm.
He's 18, 19 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
10, 12 people.
Mm-hmm.
Jump him.
Okay.
Him alone.
Yeah.
And there's really, it's just like there's nothing he can do. But because he fought back, he gets thrown in the shoe. So he gets thrown in solitary confinement, one cell by himself for 18 to 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
He's looking at brick walls the whole time.
Yeah.
He's going to go insane.
I've been in solitary.
Right. So he's. What are we supposed to do? 12 people jump him. He fights back. You throw him in solitary?
Yeah.
That's insane. That's insanity. To me, it makes me so mad. I've cried to his mom. All right, I'm gonna move on. So, essentially, you lose all thoughts of humanity at that point because there's at least 10 COs that are around you that can say, "No, don't do that to him," and they don't.
So
nobody does. Nobody.
Okay, I can tell you what that is. So we're going to take a little break.
Okay.
we're going to take a little break. This is Whatever by Hektek on Opulus Radio every Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Yeah, I like this conversation. This conversation is dope because I don't understand women clearly. So we're back at Whatever by Hektek. I'm joined by the sexy Ray. We've been having some really, really not what I thought conversations. But no, it's all good. So you brought up something at the beginning my dry humping series.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
Oh,
No, I have not.
shame.
I know. But you've already explained it to me in detail a couple years ago on other podcasts.
Oh, I didn't even launch it then.
So yeah, you had just told me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kinks do you have?
So I think my kink is like bodily fluid, which I
Wait. So that could mean many different things.
yeah. So I think that my thing is bodily fluids.
Like
I
what?
only because I love spit in my mouth, and I love when it's not just spit in my mouth though. It's like spit period,
Oh, I'm a spitter.
and I love sweat. So I think that the whole package would be bodily fluids.
I mean, I
But
guess.
I don't know.
So could a
Would you
guy?
group that in
No,
just
I would
bodily
not. I
fluids?
would not.
Okay, I love when a guy is like super sweaty on top, like literally drip
Dripping.
sweat into my eyeball, please.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that and then yeah, spit everywhere. Like spit in my fucking eyeball. Spit in my mouth, preferably.
Yeah.
Spit on the other.
So what about golden
Yeah.
showers?
So yeah, yes. So yeah. No, yeah. It's not really so much my thing. I think that it's the fact that you feel so powerful peeing on my titties. Do it. Piss on my titties. Do it. That's yeah. But again, sapiosexual, so like it's not just anybody willing to pee on my titty. No.
Mm.
No. I think it's that I want my partner to feel
Dominant?
so powerful, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. That's really what it is. I want the person that I'm with to feel like he can do whatever the fuck he wants to me and with me. That really gets my gears grinding. Is that the I don't know if that's the word.
I'm at a loss.
I think that's what it is. I want my partner to feel like he has 100% control. Whatever you fucking want to do.
You checked off all my boxes, so shit. So I don't have a lot of them, but my golden shower scenes are like as soon as I put it up there, there's this one dude that just buys them all.
Yeah. Yeah, I genuinely
and I love
just
it because it's like marking your territory.
do it. I know. See, and I think that's why I like it because I want a guy to claim me. I want a man to be like, "That's mine.
Yeah.
Don't touch it because it's mine."
Yeah.
So I think that that's what it is for me is that I want a man to feel some sort of territorial
way again.
Yeah. 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 That's I like that. So yeah, I think that for the most part most of it is just a dominant kind of trait that some men have. Some men don't have it. I don't know. Some men are just like, no, I don't want to do that. But
some men are definitely simpish.
I like to feel like a man like has me and wants me to himself.
So you're very submissive, dude.
I'm very submissive with a man. So when it comes to a woman, I'm really only dominant when it comes to a woman. And in the same sense, I'm not in a relationship mind when it comes to a woman. I tried that. I did try that.
A relationship with a woman?
Yeah.
Y'all are fucking crazy.
I did. Yeah, we are fucking nuts. And the problem is that a lot of women don't think the same way that I do.
Clearly, I've seen your comments to my post, and I'm like, okay.
Who is this? I know. I know. So a lot of women don't think the way that I think. So I did try to be in a relationship with a woman a couple times.
Me too.
You want to punch him in the mouth, right? Like you want to, but you can't kind of deal. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. So yeah. I feel the same exact way. I'm like, wow, I really want to beat her fucking ass, but like, is it fair? Because I feel like I might be the butch situation in the yeah. So
women just, in my opinion, and I know I'm gonna have a lot of women come for me, aren't logical. Aren't logical.
Correct.
It's all based off of emotions.
Correct. Yes, that's true. Yeah.
And most emotions are invalid. Like, it's just because the way you
think, something they think of in their head because of previous experiences with this one guy that resonates with them so much.
Yeah.
And I get that. I do get that. I understand it, but I obviously just think differently, I guess. But I know I cannot have a relationship with a woman because 1000% I'm going to beat the fucking living shit out of them.
So
I will not anymore.
So you just play.
So I will not. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. When it comes to a woman, I'm not. I can't do a relationship with a woman. Mm-hmm. I don't know about a throuple. A throuple I might be able to do.
Okay, so you gotta explain the fuck out of that.
If it's with, because I did try, but it was with a woman who has regular woman tendencies. Yeah. And I had already been in probably 3 fights with her before we tried the throuple. Yeah. Becca, I love you so much. It wasn't gonna work. She had regular female tendencies, very like, oh, I'm so sorry, I had no idea that was gonna. You knew he was shooting heroin in his fucking arm. You knew.
Oh shit.
Yeah, a lot of that. So but I have tried in 3 different eras in my life. Okay. To do a throuple.
And why do you think they don't work?
Because they don't think like me. Period.
The women or the dudes?
The women. The women. It's never going to be the dudes. Right. The guys are very simple.
You fuck us, feed us, and leave us alone, and we're good.
Literally, I already know. Yeah. I already know. The guys are so simple. Like, as long as there's sex, food, and some sort of support. Yeah. Because whether you like it or not, whether you want to admit it or not, guys do need a vulnerable space moment. They do, because society hits them in every fucking angle.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to leave here and fight.
Buck up.
And then come back in here and fight.
Exactly. They're already fighting everywhere else. They're already fucking hearing it from everywhere. So they need a vulnerable space. They need food. They need a lot of sex.
And you know what's crazy? If I had what do you say, truffle? Or truffle?
A truffle. A truffle.
I don't even want the sex. Y'all go fuck each other. I gotta go make this money.
You're gonna want the sex.
Sometimes.
Or you're just with some bum ass bitches. You're gonna want the sex.
Sometimes, trust me.
You're
I'm
gonna love the
sexed out.
sex.
I'm sexed out.
Are you?
Yeah.
Whatever. Just because you fuck for a living, that's different. You fuck for a living, so it's a little different, I guess.
I'm just saying, what else is she gonna offer me that I haven't already had multiple times? Like what?
What?
Like,
do you not have any kind of emotional connection when you have sex? I'm asking seriously.
When I'm in a relationship.
So when you're in a relationship,
the
and
sex can
when
be
you have,
and I'll still be like, oh my God, this is the best sex I've ever had. Because it's the emotional
I
connection.
cannot. No.
And it's the intimacy. So intimacy is what matters most.
Okay, what is it called when you have to have really good sex? Is there like a sexual, like there's sapiosexual, and then there's...
What's really good sex though? Because it's subjective.
When they give you everything you ever wanted.
Like?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because whatever you like is something different from whatever somebody else likes. I'm saying in general.
I don't know. I crave the intimacy more than the actual sex of it. Like, if me and you are intimate, you could kiss me, my dick's hard. You know what I mean?
Correct.
If you lay next to me and you snuggle up to me,
it's done. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
that's how it should be.
So the intimacy for me means more than the actual act of sex. The act of sex is great, especially like if I'm like, yo, let's pull off. We're driving somewhere. And I'm like, all right, we need to pull off and knock one out real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But after, I'm like, oh, it's just sex. Sex doesn't mean nothing to me. I know. I'm sorry.
Nothing at all? Like the actual, like if somebody just bent over and was like, come on, then you would just do the damn thing and be done.
It's more about the feeling.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But sex is not a feeling. Sex is an act. So
sexual intercourse is
an act.
An act. Yes.
So the intimacy, though, and the way I mentally am attracted to a person, and how I feel about that person, intensifies that sexual intercourse or this, to something other.
Yeah.
But once me and them are no longer, and I reminisce, I'm like, damn, that was some trash ass shit. I'm just real. It was nothing spectacular. Like, I don't had women swallow my, you know what I mean? I've had everything that I feel a man can have.
You can essentially compartmentalize
100%.
great sex and great sex.
So for me, right? If I have a good orgasm or I come really good, I giggle out.
Okay.
I'm a giggler.
All right.
A lot of sex that I've been in relationships, I didn't necessarily. It was okay. It got me my nut off, or I enjoyed seeing them get off, but it wasn't like, oh my God, let me write a fucking penthouse letter about.
See, I don't want to have the sex. Okay, so my fear in life, I guess, is having sex with somebody that I just never feel that, wow, that was great after.
But what's great? You see what I'm saying? Like, great is subjective. So
when you feel great before and after, I
guess. So for some women, great is me fucking you doggy and sticking my thumb in your butt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Great is me face fucking or dominating you. Great is, however, at the end of the day, it was regular ass sex.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm not.
Like, what's what's great sex? Because
great sex is when you feel like it was great even after. I think.
Now, was that?
I think.
Was that based off of emotions? or based off of the actual act?
Those could be two different things, I guess.
Two separate things.
I guess.
Because if I feel something for somebody,
You're right.
I'm like, oh shit, this was the greatest. But like I said,
you're right.
reminiscing back,
yeah,
I'm like, I just bent you over and fucked you. There's nothing spectacular about that.
But it could be if you have emotion. So
I have motion. However,
emotion.
It's still emotion. I'm telling you for a fact, I've had some emotionally bonding sex with people, and I'm like, that the heavens opened up. But looking back at it, it was regular fucking sex.
See, and I think I don't know. Because I'm not a one night stand kind of gal, so I don't know.
Literally 2.5 years.
I
don't know. No,
so I guess you're right. Yeah.
And then I would have people that I enjoy having sex with, but still doesn't mean that it's great sex.
I feel like who's on the
oh, my boy Dorky Darian.
Cardi B.
It's too dark.
No, it looks like Cardi B for real. In that little like
he's super.
My mom said I could see the night.
He's super dark.
My mom said I could see the night.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I don't know. I'm too emotional of a woman, obviously. Because
so how many times do you need to come for it to be great sex?
Once.
That's regular shit.
But the emotion, the eye connection, the
I connect the fuck out of you and still be regular sex. It'd be regular shit.
I don't know because I'm not a one night stand kind of gal, but I just feel like I could only connect with somebody that I really I'm super heavy on this sapiosexual shit.
But the sapiosexual is often intelligence, not necessarily the person.
No.
The sapiosexual.
No. Sapiosexual is I connect with your mentality.
Right. The intelligence.
Not just intelligence.
You want to look it up?
Look it up, please. Okay. Because I don't know. But please look it up because I'm trying to figure it out too. But seriously, I want to know that number one, you're not a dummy.
Okay.
Number two, hold on. Finding intelligence sexually attractive or arousing. That's a person who finds intelligence sexually attractive or arousing.
Yeah, that's a sapiosexual.
But what about personality?
Those are ugly people.
What? Jesus! Oh, jeez. This is the smart nerd that we put to the side. No, seriously, I want.
Let me see. That has to be something else. But
because seriously, I'm very characteristic.
Okay.
I want to know you're not a judgmental person.
What's judgmental?
A xenophobic. Oh, yeah. Like somebody that's I'm better than you in any way, shape, or form. That's my number one. Like my number one thing is don't.
Ooh. Demisexual.
I've heard of that before. Mm-hmm. I've heard of that before.
Yeah. So that's probably what you're closer to.
Listen, I
like to think I'm a hugely intelligent fella and we never fuck.
Okay, so
Yeah, we done.
no, you still have yours.
Okay.
You still have another one for you. Okay, so I definitely love intelligence. Don't
Mm-hmm.
get me wrong. I have certificates and shit that I'll probably never use. I'm gonna be honest. I
Yeah.
have certificates and shit that I'll never fucking use.
Yeah.
But I have a bachelor's in legal studies. I go for what I love.
Okay.
And if you go for what you love, then we're good. Also, yeah, I think my number one is
Personality or intelligence?
I think my number one is personality.
Makes sense.
You cannot be a super judgmental person because I have my mom. So I'm going to use both my parents.
Okay.
My mom, hardest worker.
Okay.
Like I'm talking, she will be there at 4:45 a.m. for a 5 a.m. job.
Mm-hmm.
And she will work her fucking ass off and no man will fucking show her up, I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a terrible mother. And then my dad,
Mm-hmm.
he right now is a homeless fucking crackhead, but he owned Boat Boss and carboss.com.
Mm-hmm.
He had two businesses running very well for a very long time before he fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you can probably catch him on 34th Street and 62nd Avenue any day, any given day. But because I know what he used to be and what my mom used to be,
Mm-hmm.
I will never judge anybody in this fucking world.
I
Never,
I get that
ever.
because someone down could be up tomorrow, and someone up could be down tomorrow.
You fucking never,
Yeah.
motherfucking know. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
And I was mostly raised in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
In my high school years, it was Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved it. I'm not gonna I won't knock it at all because I fucking loved Arizona, and
Mm-hmm.
still to this day, I claim my Arizona roots. But that shit is like super cartel.
I believe it.
And honestly, you can't help it. It's
Mm-hmm.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can't help it. And that's why I moved because I was like, my son is gonna be me through and through. And he is.
Mm-hmm.
He is. That motherfucker is me 100%. Thank God I moved him out of there because he would be driving a semi right now,
Uh,
guaranteed. Um, so yeah, you can't that's why when I say the only people that I really, really love are the ones that aren't judgmental
okay.
because I've seen people go from fabulous to terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that your environment really can influence you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So that's my number one thing. As long as people are very open-minded and not judgmental,
Mm-hmm.
that's my wiggle room into you. As long as
And like
you can understand that also.
and like spitting in your mouth.
What?
And like spitting in your mouth.
That's a plus. Okay? That's a plus. You guys, that's a plus. Yeah.
I love it when
Yeah.
you sit up like a baby bird.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. It's my shit.
that's
But you know
it's
what's
really
so
romantic for me. So
you know what's so crazy? A lot of stuff that I've accomplished sexually didn't happen till I got into porn.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that I discovered was a long, long time ago. Thanks, Joey.
Which Joey? Musclebound?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't know him.
You don't know who I
Cheers, cheers.
know.
I feel like you probably don't know him. He's from Arizona.
Oh,
He was my early years. Um, he was a good experience.
okay.
I met him, I think I was 18 when I met him still. He was actually a male dancer at a place called Dick's in Phoenix, Arizona.
If I was to name a male strip club, that's what
It was Dick's. Yep, it was called Dick's, and I met him probably 6 months into my strip club years. He is a very colorful fellow,
Okay.
and I remember we hit it off
Yeah.
immediately.
Mhm.
He actually did a backflip off of the pole. Gay night. Had no idea it was gay night, Sunday night, but we went anyway. There he was. And I was like, hey, you're so cute, blah, blah, blah. Everybody was wearing funderwear. Have you ever heard of funderwear?
No.
Funderwear. It's a thing. Funderwear.
What is it?
Very tiny boxer briefs
Okay.
with whatever print on it. That's
Yeah.
funderwear. Not underwear,
Funderwear.
but funderwear. So he flipped off the stage trying to show off to me, and the stage was made of metal plate, so he cut his hand like real bad.
Mm-hmm.
His hand was split in half.
Yeah.
It was really bad. So he went to the hospital, and on his way on the stretcher, I was like, "Get my number, please." That was me. Because at first I was like, "Are you gay?" And he was like, "Do I look gay?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're wearing funderwear.
Yeah.
Like you have very tight underwear." Yeah. And he was like, "All right, fair."
Yeah.
He was like, "No, I'm not gay." And I was like, "Good, get my number."
Yeah.
So yeah. So he took my number. He leaves off on the stretcher. We hook up later. I actually saw him off and on for a few years.
Oh, you're a situational ship regular.
I am. So my first boyfriend, I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Tennessee.
I did too.
Where?
I lived in Clarksville.
Clarksville?
Yeah.
I lived in you'd probably know Lafayette better than anything else because that's probably the biggest city next to us, but Lafayette was next to us. But I lived in Hermitage Springs.
Okay.
So him and I were together for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first real relationship. He had passed away. Mm-hmm. I came to Arizona. I took the not so great path and I got pregnant.
Okay.
And then after I got pregnant, I had gone back and forth between here and Tennessee because I still was so connected to Tennessee. But we were back and forth. Yeah. Then I came to Florida finally when I was 19. But yeah. Tennessee's beautiful, right? Fuck my life. That shit is so beautiful. The waterfalls?
I was just up there earlier this year. I went up to Murfreesboro, Nashville, and I was there
Murfreesboro is beautiful.
Yeah, I was there for a weekend. Another situation that I had up there.
Yeah, go
Not
ahead.
this time, not this time. But when I used to live up there, um, I remember driving to her home. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, "I'm hungry." That's all I said to her. And so by the time I got to her house and I walk in the door, fucking steam was coming off of the food.
Yep.
So yeah, and then I fucked her in the car the first time we met.
Yeah.
Yeah, I often used to say if you couldn't pull a girl in Tennessee, you really had no game because it was so easy.
Damn.
It was
Damn.
yeah, it was pretty
All right,
it
so
was
I don't know
pretty
about that. I don't know
it
because
was pretty easy.
I only know two girls in Tennessee that I'm still friends with, and they've been they've been buddied up for a long time.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know, but
I'm just talking about my
I do
experience.
know that Tennessee women they cook,
Hello. Yeah, yeah,
cook,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
they cook.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
they cook.
yeah. They
So
definitely do that.
yeah.
But she had a lot of kids. I don't even remember her name. I don't remember her name,
Let's
but
just set this for the record. I have one kid of my own. I have one kid of my
um,
own. I adopted two.
I don't
I
remember
only
her.
have one kid of
I
my
don't, I
own.
don't remember her name, but she had a lot of kids, and I remember we trying to fuck the next
You know
day,
that one bitch that had a lot of kids?
and we tried to fuck the next day, and her kids kept banging on.
Like you're in love. Oh my god. I
And,
could never. I could never.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
See, I got the one kid. He's 15.
Mm.
And I will send him to his dad's any fucking day.
Yeah. So I think that's where they were at, but the next day they came back home. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
my
Nope.
my early
No.
20s was. If you think my porn career, my early 20s was lit.
Uh, my early
It was
20s was
lit.
cool.
It was so lit. It was so lit. Yeah. Huh.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Those are the days. Um. So.
You
So
gotta come to Vegas.
I just got that. Okay.
I know you just come back.
I just got that.
But you gotta go to Vegas with me and my girls.
I already told you it's gonna be
I'm
problems.
telling you.
It's gonna be problems.
That's cool. But problems.
It's gonna be problems.
It ain't gonna be problems with me. But my girl.
Ooh.
Emily.
Oh.
My girl Emily.
So.
Let me tell you.
So we're gonna take another break, and then we'll be right back.
I'm gonna show you.
All right.
It's gonna be problems.
We're back with the sexy Ray. She's talking her shit, doing her thing. She got me lit today. Normally I'm sober as fuck, but this time I'm not. So I want to know, huh? Question that I want to know. I went with your fetishes, went over relationship shit. What do you see yourself in like 5 years? I don't know why that came in my head, but that's where it's at.
All right, in 5 years. 5 years, that's long enough for me to get through law school. So I would say in 5 years, I'm hopefully a criminal defense attorney.
Okay.
That's my hope. I hope to be a criminal defense attorney. That's what my law firm does. So I hope to be a criminal defense attorney, but I would also the hope is that I can do criminal defense and a little bit of discrimination. I
Okay.
really do want to do some discrimination.
Okay. And why those?
Yeah. Well, discrimination came from when I was going through my sign language interpretation program.
Okay.
I was gonna be an interpreter, but they said that I cannot
Why?
defend anybody. Because if I'm an interpreter, I have to be completely biased between the two,
Oh, gotcha.
the deaf person and the person that I'm interpreting for.
Gotcha.
And I'm not going to be good at that. I'm not going to be good at that.
Okay.
I'm going to become violent, extremely violent. I know that. And my deaf culture teacher knew that also. She was like, "You're not going to make it."
Oh shit.
She was like, "You have to be biased, and you're not gonna be
So what about like
unbiased."
interpreting for like concerts? Because them chicks be getting it.
That's what I really love. I love that. And
Yeah.
that's actually how I learned for the most part was actually LMA. I'm just gonna say LMA.
I saw her actually this year.
Okay,
Concert.
so LMA,
Yeah.
you are the reason why I'm decent at sign language.
Is she deaf?
No,
Oh.
no. It's just that they taught us the songs that you're listening to. You need to whatever. And LMA is all I was listening to at the time. So I was constantly signing. So Naked was the first
Oh, you
song.
mean the song, not you.
The song Naked by
Okay.
LMA.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the first song that I really tried to learn all in sign language. And I do know now all in sign language. So Naked by LMA.
So how you
Gosh,
say naked
damn
in
it.
song?
So Naked.
So
Because you're so this is clothing,
yeah.
but if you're taking it off, it's very how do I say that? Like you're taking your clothing,
Yeah.
but you're taking your clothing off.
Okay.
So naked.
So if I meet a sign,
Naked.
if I meet a deaf woman in porn, I like
Naked.
Okay, cool.
Naked.
I got that. I'll learn.
This is fucking.
I don't need fucking. I need blowjob.
Blowjob.
Word.
I got you. Blowjob.
Okay. I know one
So
deaf girl, so I'm like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
While naked.
So this is blowjob, but you have to be very it is like to everybody's perspection. So you have to like you know what I mean?
What's deep throat?
I guess I would be like
Okay. Okay.
I don't know, because this can mean fucking, but this also can mean fucking.
Yeah. I knew that.
So you have to like really take it into perspective because this could mean fucking as long as you do it the right way. You have to like facially like.
Oh, you have to look at
them?
Like that's weird looking at them while doing it.
Why?
I don't know.
They're deaf. What else do you want?
I've always. Never mind.
Like if you really want to say you're fucking,
you know how to win an argument against a deaf person?
But how?
Turn your back.
He's done. He's canceled. How do we cancel him on his own show? I need the comment. He's done. He's done. He's done. Finished.
Oh shit.
He's done. He's doing it in sign language. He's done. He's done.
I cracked myself up. Tell me that wouldn't win an argument.
I mean, it would. Like, how else do you lose at that point? You can't.
You can't. You don't know what they're saying.
I know.
Fuck.
Fuck
So,
this guy.
so,
Fuck this guy.
so,
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I know how to win an argument though. Fuck, that's all I need to know. So you wanted to be a sign language
Interpreter.
interpreter.
At first, that was the goal. So I went for nursing. That was the first goal.
How many jobs did you have?
A lot. But I originally had gone to school for nursing,
Okay.
and I knew I needed a second language in order to get into the bachelor's program.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, second language, what am I going to do?
Spanish,
French, American Sign Language.
Okay.
When I lived in Kansas, we did have a kid that...
How many places have you lived to?
So many. Okay. So many.
Okay, because
Kansas was very young.
Okay.
I was very young.
Where were you born at?
I was born here.
Okay.
And then we went to Kansas.
Okay, cool.
Kansas, we had a kid that was deaf. Mm-hmm. So we used to learn good morning. What are we eating for breakfast? Eggs for breakfast.
And this is milk.
Yes. Milk.
Yeah.
You can do it one-handed. Milk.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Milk.
Okay.
I
didn't know that one.
Yeah. So when I was younger, there was a deaf child in our class, and we all learned good morning, how are you, breakfast, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but I will tell you, the only reason why I took American Sign Language is because I got custody of my sister right around the time that I needed to figure out my second language.
Okay.
I got custody of my sister. Mm-hmm. Her best friend was a deaf student.
Okay.
And he told me, essentially, his interpreters were trash. Oh. His interpreters actually just cheated on the test with him. So he really didn't know what was going on. His interpreter would just let him pass along. And that's unfair. Yeah. And he hated it. I hated it. I felt bad. Mm-hmm. I was like, I know a little bit. I know my alphabet. Mm-hmm. American Sign Language seems like it would be as easy. I fell in love with it. Okay. Totally fell in love with it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be an interpreter. Then the interpreter told me that I have to be completely biased. I cannot defend my deaf person against whoever else. Which happens often. Yeah. And I was like, I can't fucking do that. There's no fucking way. She was like, well, I've been trying to find somebody that will be an attorney because the only person is all the way up in Jacksonville, works for Morgan and Morgan. And Morgan and Morgan, they're fucking constantly busy. Yeah. So I was like, well, fucking try it. I don't know. And I loved it. Totally fell in love. Okay. Yeah. Law was not even nurse was always my go-to. Mm-hmm. And then interpreter all of a sudden, and then legal studies just because she told me to. And I was like, sure, I'll try it. And I love it so much. And honestly, criminal defense, now that I really see how fucking corrupt things are, and don't get me wrong, because I'm not an angel. You can look me up. I'm not a fucking angel. But now that I'm on this side, I'm like, wow. Yeah. Just it's definitely fucking crazy. Wow. It's insane. Yeah. And I love being on this side. I love being on the side. All right, so you ready for a double whammy? I'm ready. Let's go for it. What do you consider a big dick? All right, so I'm going to be honest. A big dick is anything over 6. That's a big dick. For you? Or in general? In general, right? Me
I'm
and
asking.
in general?
I'm asking you.
Me and in general.
Anything over 6?
Yeah. Right?
What? Asking me.
Why are you? Why are you Stop!
Wait.
Right?
What? Anything over 6?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What? I don't like your reaction.
Wait, what?
Yeah, yes. I think you're making me feel like
Wow. The bar has not been set high.
what?
6 inches.
Really?
6 inches is not big. It's half a foot.
Yeah. That's a half a foot.
My
That's a half a foot.
my foot is half a foot. Like half of my foot is 6 inches.
Listen. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Are you more a length or girt person?
Neither.
Wait, what?
Neither.
So what, you like small?
I do. Hold on. So I'm good with small. I'm good with really anything. I'm like I said, I'm much more I'm much more of a
All right. Hopefully. Go say that again.
so I'm more of an emotional person. I genuinely just need some sort of connection between you and I, and it doesn't, the rest of it doesn't matter. The rest of it really doesn't matter. It matters. It does things. Don't get me right. All the other stuff does.
So you'll be okay
things,
with
but
4 or 5 inches.
I would be if all of the other things aligned fabulously. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're not a size queen, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't really care what you have.
So what's the
going
biggest that you had?
Move on, dude.
I'm curious now.
Too big.
What's too big?
14. It's too.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's like that's like that should be a crime.
And you took it?
I was a lot younger then.
So if someone pulls out a 14 now, what would you do? Would you run or you take it?
It depends. Are we talking and have a connection for? I'm telling you, I'm really stupid romantic. Like as nasty and disgusting as I am deep down, I'm so romantic. This was a long time ago, and yeah, unfortunately, he was.
And you took it.
Unfortunately,
And why he didn't stick around?
he was very needy. He was very needy.
How?
Well, his previous listen, very young at this time.
Yeah.
We were very young. He had his daughter when he was 16.
Mm-hmm.
I had my son at 15.
Mm-hmm.
So we were both very young parents.
Mm-hmm.
But his baby mama wanted nothing to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, boom, to the curb.
And he wanted somebody to coddle him at all times. But I was trying to graduate early, and I had my son very early.
Yeah.
So my son was a baby, and I was doing high school. I graduated a year and a half early. I was very focused and not focused on him. So he didn't like that because his baby mama kind of kicked him to the curb, and he wanted somebody to coddle him. And I wasn't going to do that. So it didn't work out.
So
but
he was soft.
no, I wouldn't say that.
He was
I
just
still wouldn't
needy.
say that. He was very needy. Yeah. He was very needy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay though.
But he was
some
just
guys
swinging.
are, but yeah, that was a lot. It was never enjoyable for either of us. Actually. So
Why? For him?
it was painful.
For him?
No. It was painful for me every
Ah,
time. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Because he was a
It was just a lot. It was a lot. It was a fucking lot.
Yeah.
Thomas, you seriously, yeah. It just didn't work out though. We were both super young. I was only 15, he was 16, and
Oh.
this was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an adult now, and he's back with his baby mama.
That's cool.
So, I'm happy for him.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I couldn't do it. But that's dope. That's dope.
Happy for him.
Yeah,
Good for him.
That's dope.
Nah, she fucking apparently.
Couldn't take it.
I mean, he told me straight up, like, nah, but she could take it. Cecilia could take it. Okay, Cecilia can fucking have it! Like, but, Cecilia, you got it now.
Shit.
Good for you, boo boo.
I'm kind of envious. 14 and shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, 14.
No, it was agonizing. There's just no way. You can't. What are you supposed to do with it?
I don't know. Definitely don't know. So, last question.
All right.
How do you feel about a man getting pegged?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Straight up. A man that is comfortable with his sexuality, not giving a motherfuck what other people think, that's the most masculine fucking man you can find. So, it's not for everybody. It's really not. So, there are some men that are like, no, literally, that doesn't fucking feel good. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other men that are like, oh, it was good when you put your thumb in there, though. Yeah. Imagine if there was like a little more, maybe you'd like, and they're just like, ew, no, that's gay. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
yeah.
You're a pussy. You're a fucking pussy ass piece of shit. And you're so fucking homophobic that you cannot just enjoy your own fucking life and your own pleasure.
Right.
Dumb. Sit down.
There's a lot of women
princess.
that say they're gay.
What?
Mm-hmm.
There's women that say that?
100%.
Put them in front. Put them right here.
100%.
Let's turn the camera. Look. Put them right here.
They say it though. I'm just saying
Who
what
the
they say.
fuck says that? No. Okay. No.
Because
no.
they're saying because he takes what's shaped as a penis up his ass. So maybe he just wants to get fucked in the ass by a dude.
No. The thing is that. No. The thing is, there is a very specific spot in there. There's a very specific spot. And I don't know why God put it there, but he did. So, fuck it. You know?
Yeah.
Whatever. He put it there, so just deal with it.
Yeah.
It's there. But there is a spot in there and it's meant to be there.
Mm. So you would peg a dude?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck it. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Are you kidding? Hell yeah. Listen, but I'm not like all women, so, but I am 100% a pleaser. I'm 100% a pleaser. And I know that there's a spot there. And I know that I want to get it. And if I gotta do things to get it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Cause I love
So you
it.
won't think anything different, like of the dude, because
No.
you seem to like masculine men.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. You know what's super masculine?
So being secure with yourself.
100%.
Right.
I think that is the most masculine thing that you can do. I don't care if you fucking chop wood for a living. I don't care if you drag fucking 20-pound catfish into my kitchen.
Yeah.
I think that being vulnerable and open and honest is the most manly thing that you can fucking do. So
Okay.
I will put my fucking hard hat on.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. Because if I'm very comfortable with a man,
Mm-hmm. There's nothing.
I'm 100%. Like, kick me down the stairs and spit in my eyeball. Tell me you love me. That's it. We're forever. Forever.
Alright.
So yeah, if a man can just be open enough to be like, listen, I do like that.
Yeah.
And bitch, I'll take it to the moon.
Yeah.
We both going to the moon for that.
Okay. So this is the end of Whatever by Hektek. Go ahead and tell the fans and people where they can find you at, if they can find you anywhere.
You can find me on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
RVANRA1, RVanRay1.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. That was
You can find me on Instagram.
any projects you got coming up or anything you got going on?
No. I don't do any kind of strip club stuff anymore. I work at my law firm. I prep for trial all the time. Free Anthony Blunt all day. So there's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So she don't have anything going.
I'm sorry. Yeah, honestly, like there's like Robert Dinkins. I fuck with you super heavy, and your mom.
Yeah.
I've cried with your mom
Yeah.
many times. So Robert Dinkins and Anthony Blunt, y'all are the ones that I fuck with so fucking heavy. Other than that, yeah, no. You can find me on Instagram, rvanray1 on Instagram, and Rachel Van Rankin on Facebook, because
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, yeah, I don't do any kind of YouTube or OnlyFans or anything like that.
That's cool. This is not
Yeah.
just for that. So, well, my list of shit is just going to eclipse hers. You can find me, this your boy Hektek. You can find me on all social media platforms. You can Google me. Yeah, I'm Googleable.
Google me, bitch.
And yeah, check out the Opulus Radio every Thursday nights at 8 p.m. My show will be on, and then every Tuesday at another time they be replaying it. But yeah, that's all. This is my first live show, so this is dope.
This is your first live show?
Yeah.
Fuck
I
yeah.
wanted to
I
experience.
feel like I popped his cherry. I'm the one. I took his virginity.
Yeah. We can say that. So yeah, this was
How
a
old
dope
were
show.
you when you lost your virginity? Seriously.
In general?
Like your actual virginity. Like, when was the first? How old were you when you put your penis in a vagina?
Actual? Shit.
Penis and vagina? What do you mean actual?
Because I had little plays in between that. In between.
Did you put your penis in a vagina?
I put it on it.
No.
In it?
No, in it.
Probably was 13, 14.
You hussy. All right. He's a.
Yeah. So, check me out every Thursday night. Opulus Radio. Yeah, whatever by Hektek, the show about whatever. All right, peace.